Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Landan with LMR.com. Today we're gonna be checking out Cervini's Eleanor style quarter window scoops for the 2015 to 2023 S550 Mustangs. Now what we're gonna show, we're gonna unbox these real quick. We already have a set painted down here and we're gonna show you how easy they are to install onto the car. Just because these are the quarter window scoops, the same steps in terms of installation and prep and all that good stuff. It's kind of verbatim for the quarter window louvers as well. So if we open up our box here, that's pretty simple. We've already opened up the little plastic baggie that this stuff comes in, but you're gonna get some 3M double-sided tape, as well as some detailed instructions. It's very important that you pay attention to these instructions because not only do they tell you what you need to do to install them onto the quarter window, but they're important instructions for your painter as well. I know what you're probably thinking, oh, my paint and body guy's been doing it forever, yada, yada, yada. It's always good to read the manufacturer's instructions on how to properly prep and paint their parts. These particular parts here, or these particular quarter window side scoops are constructed from urethane, and they kind of require a special procedure to get them properly prepped and then get them properly painted. So this is what they'll look like. Obviously you'll get a driver and a passenger side in the box along with the instructions and the double-sided tape. And then like I said, we've already had a set painted in the crimson red color here, which is the car we're going to be installing them on. And this color looks so cool, man. It almost looks black, and then when it hits the light, it goes to that real dark, very good looking crimson red. So I'm gonna lay these out here. Got them flip-flopped, but there you go. We got a set painted and they look really nice. The only thing we're gonna need to do now before we get them installed, we'll just need to scuff this area. We'll wanna be real careful, but we wanna make sure that the double-sided tape adheres properly to this little section right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. First, microfiber towel down, that way we don't scratch. Green scuff pad, 600 grit sandpaper, 800 grit, you take your pick. But what we're gonna do, we're just gonna scuff where the double-sided tape is gonna stick to. Ideally, you kind of want to mask this area off before you prep and paint it. So in this situation, it's okay, but for best adhesion, I guess you could say, of the tape, and so you don't have to do this, you want to have your paint and body guy mask this off for you. But if they paint it, it's not the end of the world. Once you've scuffed up your surface, take some rubbing alcohol on a clean microfiber towel, and we're just gonna wipe the area that we just scuffed. All right, and that's what that's gonna look like. So now this one's ready, and all you gotta do is just repeat the same steps for your other scoop. Insert elevator music here. Only other thing I would recommend with this that Cervini's doesn't provide is some 3M adhesion promoter. We currently sell this on the website. I'll leave a link for it in the description. This is great when you're adhering body side moldings and things like that to the car. But we sell it in packs of 2 currently, like I said, and this would be plenty to do both of these quarter window side scoops. And before we get started on the rest of this procedure, I'm gonna go ahead and glove up because we have oils on our hands. We want to put oils back onto our quarter window scoop, and then of course when we go to wipe the glass, we don't want oils and stuff, or we want to be able to have a clean surface on the glass as well. Never hurts to dry fit first. Man, those look pretty good on here. I'm not a quarter window side scoop guy or louver guy, but I think they look right for this car. So you just want to dry fit it first, see where you're at. If you wanted to, I don't have any masking tape, but if you wanted to put some masking tape here and here to kind of act as a guide, that way you know exactly where you need to go, you can. But typically when you just kind of hold this up the way it does and get it aligned, I mean, this Cervini stuff fits pretty good, and these are a testament to that as well because they fit right in the profile here of the quarter window. So now that we kind of know how that's going to situate, and of course make sure we have the right side, now we can continue with what we were doing. So we'll take our adhesion promoter pad. Oh, wow. Maybe I shouldn't have tore it down the center. Oh God, don't touch stuff. All right, and then we'll just go over the area where the double-sided tape's gonna be. Don't have to worry about too much of the excess getting on stuff because this is the back side of the scoop. All right, let that tack up for about 30 seconds to roughly a minute, minute and a half. Ambient temperature is gonna affect that. So we're gonna run the 3M tape all the way to the upper edge. That's about an 1/8 inch gap from the point, or from the edge of it, about an 1/8 inch gap. Now what we'll wanna do is you'll wanna run this tape with about a 1/16 of an inch to an 1/8 inch gap. And as you work this, you wanna kind of push it down as you go. And of course with our adhesion promoter, we kind of want to work a little quickly. Now when you get to the edge here, you can roll this like this, and we can come back and we can trim, or we can cut the relief cut. That way that lays flat. Man, this adhesion promoter is no joke. When you set this boy, she on there, Jack. All right, same rules apply. You get to the end, you take your sharp razor blade, just cut right through there. And then if we had to, we can trim this up a little bit. So now I'm just gonna go back over it. Pretty simple process here. Make sure we're all the way adhered. All right, so back here at this corner, it's kind of rolled up on itself. So what we can do, cut some relief cuts. That way we can get it to flatten out. And like I said, you don't have to micromanage this too much right here. It's just you want this to sit flat. That way when you go to push it up against the glass, it doesn't want to kick up, so just remove the high points. Okay, so now what we'll do up here at this front section where there's overhang, we're gonna trim this back as well. So you just kind of feel for it with your finger. And what you'll do, you'll just run the knife along the side of the molding. Sharp knife helps. I thought this one was sharp. Okay. Now our driver's side is ready to install. Before you install these, it'll help if you wash the entire car, but if you don't wash the entire car, at least clean this general area with like a waterless wash product or something like that. But we're gonna take our microfiber towel and our rubbing alcohol, and we're gonna clean the section where the tape is gonna adhere to. Now, as far as the adhesion promoter, I wouldn't recommend it for glass. I don't think it's gonna be needed. Glass is already, of course on a microscopic level, it's porous, but this 3M VHB tape is what they call this. This sticks extremely well to glass, so won't have to worry about any adhesion promoter for that. So what we'll do now with your quarter window side scoop, you may need your knife. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna dog ear these in pieces. And if y'all watch our videos, our other videos or whatever, y'all probably seen this done before. But we're gonna dog ear these that way. This is gonna allow us to set the scoop in place. We can manipulate it a little bit and then we'll be able to pull this entire backing off. Okay, so now with your dog ears, kind of get this where you like it. Oh, dog ear went away. Oh, dog ear reattached itself. Well, what is it doing? Okie dokie. Make sure your dog ears don't undog you. Okay, so now that we've kind of got this and it's where she's gonna sit, got that where we want it. Now we can just bring out slightly. We're gonna rest it on the bottom ledge of the window. We're gonna pull this, adhere. Oh no, it removed from our cut, which is fine. Bottom section, Okay. And then now, you can apply pressure. I think it's about 20 to 30 pounds of pressure, approximately, for 15 to 30 seconds. But you just want to compress that double-sided tape enough to where it evenly distributes itself across the glass. And there you go. That is 5 horsepower per scoop. Just kidding. If I haven't already said it, you do the same steps for the other side. Let's see if I can make a better transition down here on this one. If not, I'm just gonna cut the dang thing. Yeah, I'm gonna do that on this one. I will overlap, and then I'll cut it again. God dang. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Where I just made the relief cut instead of rolling it and bunching it on top of one another, as it makes that sharp curve. All right, and then push her down. We're gonna get it right at 15 seconds. All right, people, so wrapping things up here. Man, on the crimson red, these quarter window side scoops look really good. As far as the installation procedure, like I said, pay attention to the manufacturer's instructions, prep, paint, even the process. They know best, they're the ones that design the part. The adhesion promoter is not in the instructions, but applying it to the quarter window side scoop will help with adhesion of the double-sided tape. You don't need the adhesion promoter on the actual glass itself. Hope you liked this one. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. That way you're notified every time we release something new. And until we see you in the next one, y'all know what to do for all things S550. Keep it right here with the real enthusiasts, LMR.com.